Authority, providing shipping solutions.
Yensu akwan suju medie hia mo man bia ankanko edi Ghana eku wiase na di wiase so ba Ghana Shippers Authority ani so ade hunu ne se yebebo nsuo so adwadifo ewo haw bia wonam mu efiri no ma ayra di aseye sika yaje wa emfa kwan so eni haw ahodo pii yenya adaje kire nsuo so adwadifo eno ma eko se de be ya wo beti ase ye ni so ade hunu ne se yebesom near Sumpa. The Ghana Shippers Authority, our Ghana Shippers House, Ridge, Accra, Gapuha Towers, Tema, NCA Building, 4th Gardens, Echupe, Okumasi, Takradi Shippers Center, Takradi, Yamusa Building, Sansuna Gumbihini, Tamale, your complaints unit, Ewo Elibu, Paga, a flower border, Sansuna Kutukarium Shejinabia, and a Takutel, Takradi, Fred 0302 666915, and I toll free number 0800-300-555.
Ghana Shippers Authority, providing shipping solutions.
Graceful morning, a warm welcome to Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. You can contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. You can also join us live on YouTube on Omanfm and on Facebook on Net2 TVGH. Tune in to FM in Kumasi for more Maritime and Port News. I am Nanesi Boateng in our stories this morning. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo yesterday cut the sword for the commencement of work on the construction of a €500 million Mansuhuni Valley section of the Western Railway, describing it as the highest single investment for rail development since Ghana gained independence. President Akufo-Addo indicated that the project is expected to be completed within 42 months. Addressing the gathering at Manso in the Omanfm Central District, the president bemoaned the fact that one of the great tragedies of Ghana's post-colonial era was allowing her railway infrastructure developed under colonial rule to deteriorate completely. According to him, out of 947 kilometers of colonial narrow gauge rail network bequeathed by the colonists, barely 10% was operational. Indeed, the only addition to the network has been the 15-kilometer narrow gauge rail line built between 2012 and 2017 from Sekondi to Takoradi via Kochukrom. President Akufo-Addo noted that upon his assumption of office in January 2017, he was determined to change the statistics because of his belief in the fact that an efficient rail system is critical to the progress and prosperity of Ghana, the reason why he re-established the Ministry of Railways Development. The president said the groundbreaking event involved in yesterday's ceremony was an integral part of the series of infrastructural projects lined up to expand the provision of railway services. Let's listen to him.
I've said on several occasions that one of the great tragedies of our post-colonial era was allowing our railway infrastructure developed for us under colonial rule to deteriorate completely. By January 2017, out of the 947 kilometers of colonial narrow gauge railway network bequeathed to us by the colonialists, barely 10% was operational. Indeed, the only addition to the network has been the 15-kilometer narrow gauge railway line built between 2012 and 2017 from Sekondi to Takoradi via Kochukrom. Upon my assumption of office in January 2017, I was determined to change the statistic because I believe that the presence of an efficient railway system is critical to the progress and prosperity of our nation. This led me to the decision to re-establish the Ministry of Railways Development, which has started yielding fruits. Today's event, the cutting of the sword for the construction of the Mansu to Huni Valley section of the Western Railway line on standard gauge, is a clear manifestation of the Akufo-Addo government's policy to develop and grow the country's railway sector.
You heard President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He further noted that key amongst the rail projects currently ongoing are the development of a new standard gauge rail line between the port of Tema and Mpakadan in the Esujaman district of the Eastern region, and the project has reached an advanced stage of completion and will soon be handed over to government for operation. In other stories, the newly renovated Sunyani Airport, which is expected to be open for operations in a few months, is attracting interest from investors. Aviation Ghana sources have confirmed that 2 investors are willing to invest in ongoing services and possibly set up an airline to transform the airport into a key aviation hub in the middle belt of Ghana. The Sunyani Airport was originally constructed as an airstrip and later upgraded into an airport in 1969. The airport currently has a total runway length of 1,520 meters, made up of 1,400 meters paved and 60 meters unpaved runway and safety area at both ends. It had the capacity to handle and process 100 passengers per hour. Since the commencement of commercial operations, the airport has not had any major renovation work, resulting in the poor state of the airport, including cracks and potholes on the runway. In 2015, the Ghana Airport Company Limited (GACL) and Ghana Civil Aviation Authority (GCAA) shut down the airport as a precautionary measure to forestall any disaster. Prior to shutting it down, it was serviced by new defunct domestic airline operator Star Ball. The rehabilitation and expansion of the airport was carried out in phases. A contract was awarded in 2018 for a rehabilitation of the existing runway, minimal renovation of the terminal building, construction of some airport's internal roads and other auxiliary facilities. Currently, the rehabilitation works are almost complete and the airport is to be open to traffic in the next few months. Now to some other stories. Everything from children's toys and furniture to many other things has gotten more expensive, so it's not surprising that inflation is top of mind for many Americans. But with the midterm election drawing closer and Republicans hammering the White House about rising consumer prices, President Joe Biden thinks voters should direct their frustration elsewhere. He says they should be angrier at a critical but often forgotten part of the U.S. economy, the ocean shipping industry. There are 9 major ocean shipping line companies that ship from Asia to the United States. According to Joe Biden, these 9 shipping lines form 3 consortia. These companies, according to President Joe Biden, have raised their prices by as much as 1,000%. In the speech at the port of Los Angeles, the country's largest port, in June, President Joe Biden noted that there is no better place to start it than right here in the port and letting those 9 foreign shippers understand the ripoff is over. He explained that the cost of sending goods across the Pacific is still more expensive than it was before in the pandemic. This price surge is a product of not only the delays and bottlenecks in the supply chain created by COVID-19, but also the huge increase in demand for consumer goods that followed. This demand was far greater than what shipping companies or American port could handle. As a result, the price of shipping went up, creating increases in cost for importers and retailers within the United States. Those costs have now been passed on to consumer, which is partly why many everyday items are more expensive lately. Surging gas prices, the war in Ukraine, and pandemic-era financial policies also may have driven the inflation. In our final story, The 7th largest container shipping line in the world by capacity implemented a fee charge in the form of a weight discrepancy charge of $2,000 per container from the 1st of July 2022. The penalty fee is applicable if there is a misdeclaration of cargo weight detail at the time of submission of booking, and if the weight deviates plus or minus 3 tons TEUs from the weight on the final bill of lading, instruction details, and verified gross mass declaration. In the supply chain disruption medley caused by COVID-19, many may have forgotten the issue faced by the industry due to overweight containers and various weight misdeclaration. So that will be all for this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. Contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. My name is Nanisi Boateng, producer. Quick watching. Have a great day.
Yo, wake up to a fresh morning. National Agenda, your number one morning show.
First, accept to say, ask your question, why are we going to IMF all the time? To me, say, put this question now.